I hope everyone can listen to me on this of Truth podcast. We are finally back, and a lot of haters ain't gonna like what's going. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before I send the invites to the guest here, we are going to share the links out for individuals that need to be a part of this. For the Moment of Truth podcast. So bear with me as I'm getting links shared out at this time. Now, since I got links shared out at the time, you guys need to check your messages on Facebook Messenger. If you got the link, you can join. But if you don't have the link, from now on, podcast links will not be in the chat. So this is where the Moment of Truth makes its big triumphant return, and a lot of haters are going to not be able to sleep for about a week, but that's okay. So before we get into this, guys, I'm going to bring some people in here shortly, so I hope you guys are ready to see this. But make sure you guys check your so now make sure you guys check your messengers, because I sent out links for the ones that are wanting to be a part of the podcast. So by the time I'm getting this stuff done, then we can begin the Moment of Truth podcast, which means many of you guys know that this podcast is known to piss people off. This podcast is known of getting haters butthurt. And this podcast is known for one thing. We're not here to kiss anybody's ass. So we get this started, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys as I'm making the song right now, for the intro. Now we're going to invite somebody else to the podcast because I know that somebody just joined. So once we get the intros done, I'm going to start inviting. So make sure you guys check your messages because there's a lot of things we're going to talk about on the Moment of Truth. So stay tuned for that. Because I know that I got to send, I know KD's waiting in the backstage area to be brought in. And who knows who I send invites to. So, guys, check your messenger. You don't know what Mondo might bring on the Moment of Truth podcast. So, you may want to stick in and stay tuned. So, as that's getting done, we also are going to be as we get that done, that's going to be on the talk show. But so as I'm making this song, I hope you guys are enjoying the episode. And I know Ricky's in the chat. I gotta go back and see who else. So far, King Dominator's waiting, so we're waiting on So as that goes, I just sent 2 more out. I sent it to DJ, and also I think I sent it to Ricky. So just check your guys' messenger because you never know what I might do on the. So we waiting until everybody gets in before I do this intro song as it loads because I'm doing it through another app. So. Okay. So we get this ready. As you can see here, guys, We got comments I'm going to show up. DJ said, finally, it's returned. As you can tell, Ricky says, Mondo is unleashed. Pipe bomb, unleash the evil. Unleash La Fufu. So we're getting ready, guys. So bear with me as we get this out of the way here, because we are about ready to rock and roll. With this one. So we got the theme song. So now I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm definitely going to be bringing in King Dominator into the stream here shortly. I sent other invites if you guys want to be a part of it in Viva DM. But we're going to go with our intro, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it because this is what the moment of truth is about. And then while it's processing, I'm going to be in the backstage as well. But welcome, guys. Enjoy.
Yeah, no running this time. Lights on, mirrors up, moments here. It's the moment of truth. No more excuses. Every choice you made comes back to use it. Friends turn goals when the pressure hits. Stand in the fire or forever quit. Moment of truth. Face it or lose it. Woke up to the same old lies in the mirror. Chase paper dreams, now the vision's clearer. Homies I roll with plotting on my back, smiling in my face while they sharpening the axe. I gave them trust, they gave me lessons. Now I'm counting scars instead of blessings. Karma don't sleep, it just waits patient. Every seed you plant grows, it's own payment. No cap, no filter, no fake applause. When the mask drops, who you really are. It's the moment of truth. No more excuses. Every choice you made comes back to use it. Friends turn goals when the pressure hits. Stand in the fire or forever quit. Moment of truth. Face it or lose it. I used to run from mirrors, hated what I saw. Now I stare it down till the pain withdraws. Bills stacking high, pride stacking low. Had to learn the hard way, you reap what you sow. Temptation whispered, just one more play. But that road leads straight to yesterday. Lost some battles, yeah, but won the war inside. Took the L's and turned them into pride. No more hiding, no more fronting for the gram. Real, recognize real, that's the only plan. So when the night gets quiet and the doubts creep in, ask yourself straight, where do I begin? To fix the damage, to heal the sin. This is where the real story kicks in. It's the moment of truth. No more excuses. Every choice you made comes back to use it. Rise from the ashes or stay in the pit. Own your story. That's the ultimate hit. Moment of truth. Yeah, we all gotta face it.
As you can see, guys, that was the Moment of Truth song intro. Now, here on the podcast, I hope you guys are ready, because I'm about ready to invite a king that's got a truth bomb waiting for everybody a mile long. And I'm not talking about none of these original kings. I'm talking about a king who's not only revolutionized the eFed world, but also he's pretty much told a story that even the haters are going to realize it's KD's moment of truth.
It's crazy. It's like everyday thing, right? Most likely.
Pretty much. And, you know, we're going to get on more topics as more people comes in. I know I sent DJ Chaotic an invite, but KD, you got the floor. Moment of truth begins with you.
So what should we talk about? Because, man, it's like I'm going to have to say the same things over and over for these fools to pretty much understand. If they don't understand it, then they don't get it through the thick skulls. It's like talking to a wall at this point. It's literally like talking to a wall. They never understand and never get the memo. So we continue the same boat shit every fucking time. And this is what we all have to wake up to. You know, bullshit, most likely. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. There's like never a time that we all could have peace.
I mean, this is what the Moment of Truth podcast is. And, you know, there's a lot of people I'm pretty sure that would love to be a part of the Moment of Truth podcast. You know, Ricky Armstrong is one I'd love to bring in just to sit down and talk to of, you know, recent events that he's been going through. Kevin Impact, I'd love to bring him on the Moment of Truth. But here's a man that told me a lot of truth about some of the haters that I'm going to bring in on the Moment of Truth podcast. I would call him the architect of this revolutionary truth. And he's going to bring that truth to its chaotic desire as DJ Chaotic enters the Moment of Truth.
What up, everybody? I see we finally brought back the Moment of Truth. This is a groundbreaking moment. Definitely a groundbreaking moment, EJ.
I mean, here's the thing. The haters are going to get mad because we brought this back. They thought they finally shut us up, but little did they know their time was ticking on the wall.
You know,
I was like this. What's that old saying that Karrion Kross said? Tick-tock? It was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time. But since this is back, we get to reveal some juicy shit.
And not only that, if Ricky Armstrong joins, there's going to be more juicy shit that's going to unravel here on the Moment of Truth podcast.
Oh, yeah.
But
they thought the House of Chaos was something. Wait till they see this.
the Moment of Truth also had a theme song opener, DJ, which you missed it. Which, here's the thing that I'm going to talk about on this episode of the Moment of Truth. A good friend of ours was blamed and accused of being a rat. I'm not going to name the person. I'm not going to name the company because they ain't worth my time. But I'm just going to say this. You literally had to blame a man and frame him for something that he didn't do. But here's the thing about it. How funny it is when you guys get exposed, you guys become like a bunch of cancerous Karens.
Exactly. And the funny thing about it is, can a man defend his fellow man in this situation? Because if I'm not mistaken, y'all did something behind the man's back. This man goes and puts the narrative to the person that got attacked. And now y'all want to be little crybaby bitches and think that it's all good and fair. Nah, that ain't how this works. Because if I'm not mistaken, CJ, anything that comes out against another person, if you're a friend of that person, you going to take that memo to them.
Yep. And here's the thing that I was going to say. It's kind of funny how they blame JMR for stupid toxic shit, but I'm going to go back to KD's words, as he would call these same people negative Nancy's.
Facts. And it feels like they just want to keep their moment going with somebody, but yet they don't realize truth comes back to hurt them tenfold. And the funny thing about this is they know they did wrong, and they still doing wrong to this very day. So, unfortunately, they're a bunch of sap-sucking bitches that don't have no place in this industry. They was never friends to begin with.
I call it a dominator, you fuck.
And here's the sad part about this. You know, if we all could, you know, agree to disagree on a one little topic here. I think that the reason why that they turned their back on JMR, because JMR finally saw the bullshit that their own negativity, you know, this one little individual said, you know, texted JMR and said, "Oh, I hope karma comes back and bites you on the ass." But it looks like karma's already came back and bites you on the ass, because you have to have your goons and your little boys to attack JMR and threaten him for no apparent reason.
Uh-huh. And when you send idle threats like that, you never know who's behind this man that's going to defend him. Unfortunately for them, they got a couple of individuals that literally don't mind sticking their nose in something to break up the issue here. And that's where they found out he had some real ones behind him. Now they want to continuously hop shit. Keep hopping shit. We'll keep exposing all the messages.
And here's the sad part about that whole agenda of them. They think just because that they are a bigger fad, or that, you know, in their words, they so much better than Ricky, which if we go back in history, guys, let's tell the truth here. At one point, you used to work with Ricky before you didn't like something and you wanted to be anti-Ricky because you didn't like how Ricky was doing, because Ricky was running his company like a real company, and you guys wanted to have handouts and title shots, and you guys wanted to have your own little spotlight, that you wanted to be Mr. Kiss Ass, is what I should say here on the Moment of Truth. And I really think that, you know, Ricky, you know, between him and Kevin Impact, two of the men that's revolutionized this call industry to its entirety, should be respected. And you know what they said to Ricky by calling him a faggot, that was just down low grade toxic shit out of the bag. The cat's been out of the bag. You exposed yourself.
Mm-hmm.
With the consequences that's coming.
And here's the crazy thing about it. I don't know if it was me or if it serves me correctly, but I don't know. If a certain individual here did a 2-part episode that almost covered half the shit that you just mentioned. Maybe that was me when I exposed fraudulent e-feds, part 1 and 2 on my channel. If y'all want to go take a listen to it, very informative information there. But we did mention a certain thing about fraudulent e-feds and how they want to take over everybody else's e-fed. Funny. You mentioned that, CJ.
You know, I got to give a shout out here to AHW. After you said on Chaotic TV, where it's finally returned, Ricky said, do it. And the moment truth, and the sad part is the Moment of Truth podcast is back. And we're going to continue telling the truth about these individuals until they, 1, retire, or 2, quit with their negative Nancy Karen bullshit.
Or 3, retire and close their eFed entirely. Because one thing that is going to take place, whether it be on my channel or on CJ's channel, truth will get exposed. Feelings will get hurt. And you will suffer the wrath of people that want to see good in this community. Bottom line.
And for Ron Storm, Ricky already sent a message down here. I want to present it. Ron Storm's unleashing La Fufu.
Here we go. Here we go.
Who said that? Wait, say that again. Let me see that again. Oh, it's Ricky Armstrong.
Ricky.
Does he have let's see. I know there's a La Fufu restaurant. We got to talk about that.
Now the crazy thing about this is this. Outside of the whole La Fufu thing, which funny thing is crazy thing to me is, why do people want to test real eFed owners? Why do people want to test the very foundation and structure that we stand on? Because I feel like this. They don't understand how hard it is to do a show, how hard it is to maintain a roster, how hard it is to elevate people that's ready to be elevated. I mean, it comes down to sheer stupidity from these idiots in the eFed community, as I like to call them, because they don't understand how much value they would have if they joined the real eFed and been appreciative. But some of these people ain't appreciative, and I'm just going to keep it a buck.
Exactly.
Some of these people are so ungrateful to have the opportunity they have. That goes for owners, clown balls that's creating cause, all that. Like, you don't appreciate shit given to you. You rather have shit handed to you on a silver platter. You rather be a kiss-ass individual to certain owners. Ain't no kiss-assing over here. You gotta show and improve with me. If you don't show that you deserve it, you don't earn it. I'm gonna keep it 100.
And going back to what was said, when Ricky exposed them in their in his eFed community group, they had to screenshot it and go back to their group and said, oh, he's just riding the coattails of this company or riding the coattails of this company. I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of disrespecting in a way, because Ricky was the one that made this company, made your company happen. Ricky was the one that made Call Wrestling and doors
as
open.
mentioned in episode 2, if those part 2 that those want to check it out, he mentioned them in the beginning. So definitely an informative part there. But also, he made y'all. He built y'all from scratch. Why can't y'all give this man the respect he deserves? I know why. Y'all decided to be kiss-ass individuals, go talk amongst yourselves and behind the scenes, and not bring this issue up to a man that should have been brought to in the first place. Instead of y'all going to JMR, y'all should have went to Ricky and talked to him like a man. But guess what? Y'all cowards. Y'all little bitches. Y'all showed y'all true colors by being bitches and talking amongst each other behind the man back. But then once the message gets back to him, oh, how scared are y'all motherfuckers to keep popping off and want to throw this on JMR? No. This is where the shit stops right here. You got real ones that'll defend these people. Unfortunately for y'all, don't have the balls or cojones to be real yourselves and go admit where y'all wrong. Kind of brings me to what I said in my episodes, CJ. The cowards are showing their true colors. The greedy ones are showing their true colors. And it's showing right now in this very moment of truth. I'm not putting it past anybody, but this is where we got to have a more frequent, united call community. We don't have that right now because we still have toxic individuals that still want to show their ass off, if we will. Matter of fact, has anybody ever told y'all I will put belt to ass to anybody who makes this community feel bad? This wants to be an escape. This wants to be escape from everything we go through in everyday life. But nobody don't seem to understand that besides the ones that really come into this as real individuals.
And here's the biggest thing in their little group. I used to be a part of their little group until I left, until I got tired of the bullshit, until I got tired that I couldn't cut a good promo, until I got tired of saying I was not good enough, or, I couldn't hang. It's kind of funny that you guys want to literally put people down over their creative work just because you want to make the views, just because you want to live this false sense of reality of you think you're going to be the better company. But when all truth hits the sides, what happens when I make a podcast called The Moment of Truth, of course, fire the shots? Oh, you guys have to go in your little group chats saying, oh, I want that shit shut down right now.
Kind of reminds me of a certain group of individuals we don't associate ourselves with. Funny. You sound like a happily married couple. These clowns and the certain clowns we don't mention. It's impressive how the same line you mentioned, CJ, is the same line a certain individual mentions. Funny how that coincides with the way that this world is going, with the way that this community is going. Isn't it ironic, CJ?
It goes back to a lot of things that I said on, the previous episodes before we did the Moment of Truth on this platform.
Right.
And it's kind of funny that, when you tell the truth especially in the call community, or tell the truth in general, you are basically, I see it as this: you're trying to be the hero, kind of like Superman trying to save something, and you got like villains like like Joker and the rest of all the villains of the Marvels coming at you because they don't want to be locked up in the asylum like a bunch of criminals that they are. And here's the thing. We're not the bad guys. We're just, chilling guys, just pointing out the truth. Kevin Impact said it before. We're just, sitting back, enjoying what we love, the passion that we love, and that is call. That is our escape of reality. And when we have toxic individuals that is either hating or can't come in due to their toxicity and their drama and their negativity and their, what King Dominator will call it, a bunch of negative Nancys. I call it a bunch of cancerous Karens.
Like,
especially those Karens that to this day that loves to just snoop by to have somebody else do their dirty work when they know that I've not watched their show ever since I left because their show, or should I say snore, is a snore fest.
Snooze fest, more like it. Cause I keep it a buck here. And there's no point intended here, but you got a show that can't even garner viewership, don't even have attraction, never uses their creators. How are you a real show if you don't have real creators? Kind of makes you think here what type of environment you have in your eFed that's causing a lot of creators not to tune in and pay attention. Makes you wonder how much of a stooge or how much are you willing to do to make your show relevant to others. But, oh, I get it. You lost the foundation of your viewers because you don't got the right people pushing the show. You got clowns, frauds, fakes. That's not keeping it real in this community. Because if you had real, your show would be dramatically improving, if I'm not mistaken, CJ. Because since you don't have real, you lose. The blueprint was shown a long time ago. CJ showed the blueprint. CJ had the blueprint. The blueprint is still intact, just improving more and more.
In other words, they could call me the architect of this last dying era of the eFed because I've put the architect together, and I had to maybe do a couple podcasts to get the truth out, but people started listening, people started seeing the bullshit, and you see where we are. We start growing. We start going places that, many people try to get us out of, but it's in all reality, they the ones getting canceled, while we the ones getting better and better and better slowly.
It's like we take a skyrocket to a platform that they can't even touch us at. And while these other eFeds are slowly but surely nosediving to the bottom. And they all know who they are. I don't have to say no names here on the Moment of Truth. If the Moment of Truth knows, they know. Because there's certain things that have to be done to elevate yourself to the next level. And you can't elevate if you're not willing to accept criticism. And that's what some of these eFeds don't have. A person that's going to criticize every move, every narrative. You were the one, CJ, who criticized every move when we was in certain eFeds together, when we was in this said eFed. Yet your criticism was not validated. Makes you think here for a minute on how many other eFeds are not accepting constructive criticism. Let that sit on a lot of eFeds for a minute here. and dawn on that. You know, CJ? Because that same constructive criticism can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. Depends on how you take it. You know?
Yep, I know what you're saying.
Because in my opinion, if I brought ideas and foundations to CJ Month, to TNA or any EFED that I'm in, I'm expecting to have ideas come back to me that's going to be revolutionary to me, because this is why we have the community we have. It may be united, but that's why, because we can feed ideas in ways that elevate everybody's soul. Y'all don't have that over there. Y'all don't have people that come to y'all on a constant basis and bring y'all ideas to the table. Y'all rather go on the fly, if you will. Expect things handed to you. Oh, kiss ass if maybe. I don't want a bunch of kiss asses on my EFED saying to me, oh, you gotta put me in this, put me in that. No. That ain't how this flies over here. You either accept what's given to you or there's the fucking door. Ain't no more kiss asses going into 26. You come as a kiss ass in 26, you're automatically eliminated from the roster.
Yep, it's all about work, and it's all about building the brand.
Because if you're not willing to put in the work and dedication and drive to get to where you need to be in our EFEDs, you're done. We'll show you the door. Go to an EFED that you can demand these soft ass owners your moment. Because ain't no moments being given over here. Only people that we will consider for those opportune moments, legends. Legends in the car industry. If you haven't earned titles from previous companies or showing that you were a dominant force in these companies, those are the only ones that get those opportunities. If you're not that, step aside. You're going from down bottom to mid-card and work your way to the top. There's no excuses no more going into 26. The handouts is done. The kiss assing is done. All jokes aside, CJ, I feel like that is the memo we got to go by for 26. No kiss asses allowed in our EFEDs. None. But I'm going to go make a cup of coffee real quick. CJ, I'll be right back.
Now, on the Moment of Truth, I feel like this needs to be on the Moment of Truth podcast. So I'm going to send this man a link. Now, if he comes in, good. If not, we can do it on the Moment of Truth podcast for episode 2. But so let me get ready to send this out. So since we pretty much gave him the link, he should be good to go. But now I'm pretty much working on the song. Well, that's getting worked on. We're going to take a 2-minute, I'd say about a 2-minute break, and we will be back after this.
Yeah, no running this time. Cry baby bitches, always running their mouth.
And ladies and gentlemen, before we get back into it, I want to play you guys a song that for all you haters want to cry because you got exposed, listen to this song because this song's for you.
Always running their mouth. Talk big game and cry when it's out. Baby bitches, tears on the timeline. Act like victims when the bars hit their spine. Cry baby bitches, wipe your face. You started the beef, now you catching the chase. Cry baby bitches, go run to your squad, but we all know you soft. That's why you getting ignored. You bark online like you built for the smoke, but when it's face to face, you choke. Though go posting subs, crying about they hating on me. Now we laughing at how we do be. You flex fake chains, rental whip vibes, talk money moves, but your pockets on life support supplies. Got a whole team of yes men in your comments, but when the real pressure hit, they ghost like they promised. You the type to screenshot combos, play victim quick. Everybody toxic, now you just a little bitch. Tears in the DMs, begging for peace, but you threw the first punch, now eat the receipt. Cry baby bitches, always running their mouth. Talk big game and cry when it's out. Cry baby bitches, tears on the timeline, act like victims when the bars hit their spine. Cry baby bitches, wipe your face. You started the beef, now you catching the chase. Cry baby bitches, go run to your squad, but we all know you soft. That's why you getting ignored. You fraud, fake gangster energy. Mama still do your laundry, broad talk, tough by straps, but you scared of the dark. One wrong look and you calling the narcs. Cried to your girl, he dissing me bad. She laughed in your face, know you sad little lad. You the poster child for fragile, ego trips. One bar hit and you melt like an eclipse. I stay solid, you crumble like crackers. Diss me then delete it, classic backtrack. Or keep whining, keep posting them pity party pics. While I'm up eating and you still sucking on tits. So next time you feeling bold, think twice before you type. Cause real ones don't cry, we just strike. You emotional damage, therapy needed. I'm the mirror you hate, now you defeated. Cry baby bitches. Yeah, keep crying. We hear you loud and clear. Soft, cry baby bitches. Gone.
And you heard that by Cry Baby Bitches. Y'all crying because the Moment of Truth podcast is back. And when the Moment of Truth podcast comes back, you know that you can't shut it down. But anyways, guys, I'm going to bring in another guest at this time that is going to blow the roof off this place. So I'll just send him an invite. You guys will see exactly who I brought in. As that gets into the way, we already brought King Dominator. We already brought in DJ Chaotic for the Moment of Truth. And the question is, what on the Moment of Truth podcast are we going to bring in? Because here's what's going to happen. Could we bring in an Armstrong? Or could we bring in a man that when he speaks, he is just like me. People start hating because they know that between me and this guy, and also he's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame on Sunday, but it's going to be one of those nights. The Moment of Truth podcast. You never know who I might bring in, guys. I could bring in the one and only Kevin Impact. Maybe I'll bring in the real deal Ricky Armstrong. So now, the real question remains. What you gonna do when the Moment of Truth, CJ, KD, and DJ Chaotic runs wild on you, brother?
Yeah, no running this time. Lights on, mirrors up, moments here. It's the moment of truth. No more excuses. Every choice you made comes back to use it. Friends turn goals when the pressure hits. Stand in the fire or forever quit. Moment of truth. Face it or lose it. Woke up to the same old lies in the mirror. Chase paper dreams, now the vision's clearer. Homies I roll with plotting on my back. smiling in my face while they sharpening the axe. I gave them trust, they gave me lessons. Now I'm counting scars instead of blessings. Karma don't sleep, it just waits patient. Every seed you plant grows, it's own payment. No cap, no filter, no fake applause. When the mask drops, who you really are. It's the moment of truth. No more excuses. Every choice you made comes back to use it. Friends turn goes when the pressure hits. Stand in the fire or forever quit. Moment of truth. Face it or lose it. I used to run from mirrors, hated what I saw. Now I stare it down till the pain withdraws. Bills stacking high, pride stacking low. Had to learn.
So hold on. Hold on. I was going to end the show, but I saw somebody in the chat. You want to come in my chat and say this right here. Funny when y'all try to get gangster to turn against us. Really funny how y'all want to run y'all's mouth about people when we didn't say shit about you. Why do you want to be a part of the podcast? It seems like you guys can't get enough of the moment of truth because you guys are so butthurt at the fact that Ricky left you because of your bullshit. You try to run down Ricky's company. I mean, do I have to really bring back King Dominator in this scenario? Because I'm pretty sure how this is going to go down real quick. Because here's the thing. We don't come to your channel and do this shit. So now since I got this screenshot, I'm going to blast it all over social media now. So it's kind of funny how you want to come in the live stream and do this shit, this particular shit, when we basically expose the truth. But here's the thing. Mods, if you're in that chat, get rid of her, ban her from this channel immediately. Because she's now on the toxic list. So now, since you want to act toxic and show your true colors, you're out of here. No excuses. You just showed your true colors.
Second low, had to learn the hard way. You reap what you sow. Temptation whispered, just one more play. But that road leads straight to yesterday. Lost some battles, yeah, but won the war inside. Took the L's and turned them into pride. No more hiding, no more fronting for the gram. Real, recognize real, that's the only plan. So when the night gets quiet and the doubts creep in, ask yourself straight, where do I begin? To fix the damage, to heal the sin. This is where the real story kicks in. It's the moment of truth. No more excuses. Every choice you made comes back to use it. Rise from the ashes or stay in the pit. Own your story. That's the ultimate hit. Moment of truth. Yeah, we all gotta face it.